Calling you a radical, so me a radical, we a radical. So I'm putting this video up because a player that plays in the Big Sky and another young player who's thinking about coming to the Big Sky asked me to. And I always say yes, I always support these young guys. It's important because we need to talk about Big Sky basketball. We need to talk, everything's changing. Well, it's been changing for a while. Name, image, likeness, the whole enchilada. So the reason I want to put this up is because get your head out of the NBA. The NBA, which I don't even consider a league anymore. I don't even really consider it a game anymore. I consider it a sports merchandising company. And so, fuck the NBA. Now, stay with me. Because this historic basketball program at Weber State. Now, stay with me. This is real important for you young, aspiring, professional basketball players. Look, basketball, the brand itself, is expanding so rapidly globally. It's like the old NBA used to be here. All over Europe, all over Asia, even the Middle East, everywhere. Basketball, professional basketball is going crazy. The opportunities are so great. Now, let's stay here. Because here at the Big Sky, they've won one NCAA tournament in 26 years. You heard me right. I think they won in 2007. Montana won when Soviak was catching. Weber State won in 99 and 95. And, Weber State used to go deep in the tournament. They had Sweet 16 teams before. But remember, you're not going anywhere in the Big Sky as far as the NCAA. It's just not going to happen. Now, maybe Northern Colorado, if they keep winning. By the way, I've always loved that coach. Smiley used to coach here. He was my favorite coach here then. When Randy had him, I love that guy. That guy's an excellent coach. And they got excellent players, and they're 6-0 in the league. If they keep going, have the, they could get close to 30 wins, they might get a 15th seed. And they get no love, no respect. I wonder why. When you haven't won a fucking NCAA tournament fucking game in 26 fucking years, and I mean, they won one, but listen, that's not what it's about. I don't know why more teams, well, I know why these lazy fucks don't stay and play in the CIT tournament. The last time that place was sold out was the CIT tournament, 2013. At home. The championship, which was epic. That game was so fucking fun. Eastern Carolina versus was Joe Ballenboy on the floor. Fucking, oh my God. Jeremy Sieglin. Fuck. That was so fun, so exciting. But of course they're not going to go in. These coaches are too fucking lazy. So, listen to me. The dirty work has been done. The word is out in Europe. I'm telling you, the word is out about Big Sky basketball. There are so many great players at Big Sky. And this league is so physical, so demanding as far as the games themselves. And the officiating is horrible here. If you should have been here on the Montana game. Oh, my God. But this is the greatest springboard ever for professional basketball careers. You know how many players in the last decade from here just tear it up in Europe? Oh, boy. Jerry Harding had 24 again yesterday. Jerry Harding's I think he's the best player in the entire fucking continent. He goes crazy every fucking game. Now, compare this. The legwork has been done. This Purple Palace will recruit. Jerry Harding to my face. Why'd you come to Weber, Gary? Because Damian Lillard is my favorite player. What Damian Lillard has done? Oh, forget it. Are you kidding? What Dylan Jones? Are you kidding? What Jerry Harding? Are you kidding? Jeremy Sieglin, Joe Ballenboy, fucking Scotty Bamford, fucking superstars in Europe. Happy lives, fucking just tearing it up. You don't come here to play in an NCAA tournament because you're not going to. Say Weber got lucky and got on a fucking run now because they're, they got 12 losses. They're going to get the playing game, the 16th seed. You're better off not making this fuck. And they went to this NCAA tournament or this Big Sky tournament on a neutral. It's fucking ridiculous. The reason schools went to a tournament, big conferences, so they could sneak one more team in. I mean, I watched Albano cut down the nets there. How do you think they got in? They won their tournament. They weren't getting in if they didn't win the tournament. It's slide another team in. You're not getting 2 teams from the Big Sky. You're damn lucky you get 1 anymore. So why not play in the CIT tournaments? There need to be more tournaments. Fuck, the NCAA tournament is fucking. I mean, we love it. It's exciting. I was in the 15. I was down there at the Huntsman at University of Utah when I was at that game when Steve Nash fucking beat him. I was at that game here, Jason Kidd's last game when the Cheeseheads fucking beat Cal. You know, they happen, but if you want to advance your career, the Big Sky is all that. I'm telling you. Look, it's like this. Dylan Jones finally got some playing time yesterday. Finally got some playing time. He played good. I think he got 15 minutes. Finally. Dylan Jones is one great player. You know, I think if the Wizards would have kept him, he might have a chance to work of the year. He's that good. He was always that good. They didn't go to the tournament with him. They didn't go to the tournament with Damian Lillard, but that was a fluke. That was a fluke. Damian Lillard was ahead by 22 points in the second half, you know, against Cherry. It wasn't Cherry beat him. You know, Anthony Johnson had that freak game, 40-something points. Never missed a field goal, you know, who passed away tragically. What a great player. But Dylan Jones never played an NCAA tournament. You know, Jerry Carty never played an NCAA. Jerry Carty lost the championship game, you know. Well, they lost that double overtime game to Montana State. Dylan did. But, look, doesn't matter. I don't know why they don't go to these CIT tournaments, but, look, it's like, here's Jerry Carty. Here's Dylan Jones, who I consider the 2 best players in the history of this building. You know, Lillard. You got your big soup can, though, enchilada. Got to go with that. Left. You know what Jerry calls himself? He calls himself Lucky Lefty. Lucky Lefty. You know, I used to tell him all the time, you know, you're just like Tiny Nate Archibald. You remind me, he was a lefty. He says, he knew. He's got that high of a fucking IQ. So don't get discouraged, you guys. You players here, do not get discouraged. Hang in there because they're watching. They're watching this guy. They're watching. You know, you're discouraged because you've been loose. Hang in there. You got fucking your life ahead of you, and what you do here is going to matter. All over the Big Sky. I was talking to him, took some great pictures with me. Me and him had a great conversation. Came from USC to Utah State to Montana, who, by the way, had one hell of a game. And there's no doubt we talked a lot about this, he and I. You know, look, you're Jarek Carter. I told Jarek right to his face. I remember telling Jarek. You go ask him. Jarek, if you get the offer in Europe, you take it. Don't do what Jeremy Sieglin did or Joe Ballenboy did. It's just, you know, that's going to stick you in the league. They're going to lace a year or 2 of your fucking career. Now, he fell into the COVID nightmare, you know, and so he went to the Czech Republic and played on it, and he's worked his way up to where, oh, fuck, you think he's having a high life? Look where he lives. Fucking the rich country. Fucking, I mean, you think he's having a high quality of fucking life? Oh, you seen those fans? They go crazy. Go with that left, Jarek. So, Dylan's sitting on the bench making $5 million a year. Jarek probably ain't too far behind that sum of money. He's playing. He's a superstar. They love him over there. They go, oh, fuck. Shooting 62% from the field as a guard. So, what does the Big Sky basketball become? Become this incredible developmental league. Incredible developmental league. I mean, that's unarguable. There are so many great players in Big Sky basketball. It's such a tough fucking league. I mean, you need to put football in. I tell people when they get here, hey, you better go watch football because that's the way it is here. It's so physical. It's so demanding, these games. Now, I don't like this coach here. I mean, not personally. I like him. And like I said, personally, Randy Ray, I fucking love Randy Ray. Randy was one of my favorite people ever. But as a coach, I couldn't stand it. He's called slugging rats. Wanted to win 64. Drove me fucking insane. Of course, I'll take him over that. But Smiley, his assistant, who's at Northern Colorado, fuck, I love that guy. That guy can coach. Now, St. Thomas has moved on. He's at USC. Great Osabar, he's up at Washington. You know, they're potential NBA players. But here's Dylan. Fuck, he's so good. Jarek Carty, the 2 greatest players in the history here, you know, Lillard, in this building's history. Jarek's playing. Jarek fucking having so much fun. By the way, he wears the headbands now. I mean, fuck, I remember the first time I saw Jerry play. He come here, got off the bench. I used to sit up high. I go from the front row up high to get a different perspective. And he comes along the baseline, and he goes along with that left, and he switches hands, does almost a full thing. You know, he's 6 foot tall, and he's up over the rim. I'm like, whoa, I knew right then. So, Jerry, don't get all caught up in the NBA fucking fairy tale, because that's what it is. You know, Dylan's making a lot of money. I hope he gets his chance. You know, he might get an NBA ring, because that's fucking... All right, but the NBA is a sports merchandising league. Don't believe me? Look at Lillard's fucking merchandise contract. And I don't agree with Lillard's what he's done with his fucking money post, but I sure appreciate him as an athlete. All that, then some. But look, and I was asked to do this video because I have a big voice, football and basketball. I mean, I'm the first guy that called out Rashid Shaheed as an NFL, which he is. Please trade him, the Saints. Please trade him. They got it tied up for another year. At least he's going to get $5 million this year, but please trade him. Please trade him. How about the Ravens losing on Edgar Allan Poe's birthday? You know, that's what they're named after. I mean, talk about choke, but I mean, that's why you play the game, man. So, by the way, I heard that the NFL has already issued 2 roughing the passer penalties against the Bills, against Mahomes already. They issued them this morning. So, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. So, and you know what's even more ridiculous? You remember the Dolphins-Chiefs game? That game was supposed to be in the daytime, and they knew it was going to be 30 below that night, which would have been only 10 below, but still, that's different than 30. You know, people fans got fingers and toes and stuff amputated. It's cold here today. I mean, the low was at 10, but yeah, I know you guys in the Midwest are saying, whoa. And by the way, Donovan Mitchell, who I know, I mean, what a run they're having. Sam Merrill is from right here. Grew up right here. You know, fuck, we love those guys, you know, but, you know, good for them. But there's so much opportunity around the world for professional fucking basketball players and tons of Big Sky players. The dirty work's done. They're paying attention. They're paying attention because of pioneers like Damian Lillard, like Jerry Carty, like Scotty Bamforth, like Jeremy Siegman, like Jaw Bowling Boy. Those pioneers have blazed the way for you. So don't give up on this fucking season just because you're fucking losing. You know, you got a career, you got a life to fucking live. You know, and I estimate at least 7 or 8 of these guys on this team, maybe more, will play professional basketball. You know, so it's not all about the NBA. Fuck the NBA. That's a sports merchandising league. Europe, fuck. You watch those games. Watch those crowds go. I mean, you know what Jarek told me to my face when I told him that? He says, yeah, you know, the tax situation on athletes over there. He says, no, I know. He says, I've done my homework. He's ready. You know, he played in the summer league because of the COVID thing. Played for the Mavericks. I was doing my tide pool work. I was at OB. I was coming up out of OB, and I was just fucking wet, and I was tired. And I'm walking along. You know, the bars are all open there. And I look up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is that the Mavericks playing? That's right when Jarek made the stills falling down at the half quarter at the fucking halftime buzzer, drops it. I'm like, oh, we got to go in. I scheduled my trip home, you know, because of the fire situation in San Diego, and to make the game. You know, I love fucking Big Sky basketball and football. Look at the athletes. You know, there's 6 guys in the NFL off one Weber State football team. Jay Hill's fucking, wow. Oh my God. So people, you know, they've blazed the trail for you. Don't give up. You know, all you Big Sky fucking players, get your resumes out there, you know. The dirty work's been done by legends like Jerry Carty, by people like Scotty Bamforth, by people like fucking Jeremy Siegman, by the great fucking Joe Ballin Boy. People know about the rest of the world. They're watching. So keep doing your thing. You know, this is a great developmental league. You know, fuck the NCAA tournament. You know, why don't these teams, if you get an invite, you know, you Big Sky teams at the CIT, take it. Go in there and show what you got. That was so fun. That fucking year we were stayed 30 wins. I was 20. Place was fucking packed. People were bitching about the attendance here. Well, fuck, I wonder why. They haven't won a home game here yet. Not one. You know, the D2 schools, but and I'm all for playing the D2 schools. I mean, I'm cool. Those guys need a fucking platform too. But don't give up, man. Don't give up. You got to go with that. And I was asked to do this video, and I told him I would. You know, there's a bunch of great fucking athletes in the Big Sky. It's turned into this incredible. But don't get caught up in the NCAA tournament, all that, and you know. I hope Northern Colorado does win it. This whole thing to go into a neutral site on the Big Sky tournament is a fucking clown circus. It's ridiculous. You know, they used to do it at the home court 4 teams. Of course, Lord lost at home, but that was a freak. That was the great Anthony Johnson with the greatest performance in the history of that. And I saw fucking Stevie Nicks in there snorting cocaine there. I saw Jason Kidd in there. I saw Jimmy Valvano, the greatest performance in the history. I saw Lord many times. Oh, well, every time until I got cancer. You know, I saw Jerry Carty. I talked to Jerry Carty right before. It's online. It's on video. Right before I said, Jerry, this is your chance. You're playing Montana. Do your thing. You know, because Randy Ray wouldn't cut him loose. I'm like, do your thing, man. It's an interview. You're the best player in the play. He had 25 in the first half. Broke the school record here. The best performance I ever saw here was Anthony Johnson knocking Damian Lillard out of the turn. Not Lillard's fault. So the trail's been blazed. It's not all about the NBA. You know, that's one fucked up league here. There are hundreds of leagues around the world. Hundreds. You heard me. Hundreds. And they make plenty of money. You know. So, Dylan's sitting on the bench. He'll get his chance. And we love fucking Dylan Jones. He's a fucking very special person. And the great, great Jerry Carty. Jerry Carty's playing. And he's leading scorer every fucking game. He's a superstar. He's got to be happier. Oh, I know he's happier. Fuck. You know. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Do not fucking give up on yourselves. This is more than just fucking going to the NCAA tournament. Way more. And you fucking coaches, you lazy ass fucking coaches, you need to accept fucking bids for the CIT. We need more tournaments. Fuck the NCAA. We're sick of them. We need more tournaments. You know, so people need to. We should have postseason fucking tournament here. You know, invite teams from all over. What will we call it? The Purple Palace Tournament? You know, we come up with lots of names. You know, maybe we could call it the Jerry Carty, Dylan Jones, the Boot Camp fucking Tournament, the World Prep Professional Tournament. We should have an international tournament. Based right there in the beautiful Purple Palace. Why the fuck not? You know, fuck the NCAA. So hang in there. I mean, there's so many of you great, great, great Big Sky players. They're going to play professional. By the way, we had the 95 team ceremony here. And the picture, you know, that I'm standing there with, they're all locals. You know, that's another thing they've lost track of. The coach is born and raised local at Bagelin. Jimmy DeGraffeney, the great, great Jimmy DeGraffeney, born and raised Utah. Brian Emery, the fucking point guard, born and raised, you know, our big center, fucking Smith, born and raised. I mean, they're all locals, you know. What's wrong with Utah players? Ask Sam Merrill. You know, he born and raised right here. So hang in there, man. Don't give up. You got your whole careers ahead of you. They're watching. Stay in tune.